All right, now that we have all of our ad groups, keywords, and campaigns here, now we can start to create our text ads. In this module, I'm going to talk about responsive search ads only. So you can just name it RSA or responsive search ads. Then you go to the ad library template and you go to the RSA tab. And you can see there's some notes here on best practices of creating the copy, the keywords, at least in 3 headlines, unique descriptions, and I'll go through it in this video as well for the first couple ads so you can create the rest. Go back here and we paste. So now that you have this pasted in here, we're now going to go to our campaign and ad group section here. Click in here and copy all of these over. Actually, before you copy them, you're going to want to sort this range by ad group, A to Z. So this will make it easier for you to double over the phrase and exact match keywords since they'll be targeting the same search terms, just different match types. So it'll be easier for you to drag down this way. So you just go to the RSA here, click down. So now you have all, oops, I'm gonna paste it in here. So now you have all of your ad groups and campaign variations here. So this is going to be for 2 campaigns and all the ad groups. So you can see how it ranges to, and you want to drag this down. Make sure these are all dragged down. And as well, you want to freeze these top rows so when you're scrolling down, you can manage it better. So that's frozen. And then you also want this column frozen so when you're scrolling, you can see as well. So you can see here, when you scroll through, you can easily always see your keywords that you're targeting. Great. And we also want to add a highlight down here so we know how far to drag. Great. Now this is the good setup. We're going to want to go all the way over to descriptions. Descriptions here. So first things first, we can paste our landing page. So in this example, we have this as the landing page. So once we have the landing page, we can just drag that down. And depending on how it's built out, these will be different for each ad group. So we want to pay attention to that. And I can go into specifically landing pages in a different module, but this is where you would change the actual landing page match up with the ad groups. All right. Now we're going to be working within descriptions. We want to build out the descriptions before we make the headlines here. So first things first, we want to use every option of the 4 descriptions to get the best quality score. So in order to do this, we're going to want to go back to our landing page and grab the best descriptions that talk about the brand, the specific offer, and highlight its unique selling propositions. So for example, we see this is our landing page. We want to use the copy here so Google sees there's relevancy between our ad and our landing page. And it also explains the product the best. So copy this, go in here, paste. Now you have your initial copy here. You want to see how long the length is. So you'll use the length formula. Click that in here. And you just drag this down because you'll need this for all the descriptions. And you also want to make sure this is in proper format because this has a higher click-through rate. And you just drag this down as well. So now you have this in proper. You want to make sure that it doesn't have any weird apostrophes. But for now, we can just paste this in here. So this weird apostrophe you want to get rid of. So transform your child's love for technology into an exciting adventure. Okay. So now that we have this description here, we want to find where in the description it would make sense for most of these keywords to always be placed into. And I'll talk about this later on. But essentially, you want to keep the length of this from like around 70 characters so that we can fit most of these keywords in the description when we paste them over. So transform your so this is talking about Coder Kid, your Coder Kid's love for technology into an exciting learning adventure. So right here, we have the keyword that we're targeting in this ad group. And in this example, this might be branded as well. You'll have to do more research, but you want more generic because it's easier to flow. But the idea is to take this ad group's keyword, because remember, we're only targeting one, get it into this description and make sure that the description is short enough so that long phrase keywords like kids computer programming can fit in here without you having to edit too much. So an example of us shortening this, instead of having transform your Coder Kid's love for technology to an exciting adventure into a learning adventure. Shortening it like that would give you plenty of room to fit some of these keywords. And now that we have this version, we can just drag it all the way down and make sure this is clipped so that you can see your other data. So now you have your first description here. Transform your Coder Kid's love for technology into a learning adventure. So right here, this is the keyword that we took from here. And now we have it here. And that's essentially how you make the first description. Now onto another version of the description here. We can you can look into other parts of the website, like the about page, um, scrolling more down here. So if we go to this about page, or even frequently asked questions, you can find a lot of good content. So you can see here, this about page has a good amount of information that we can add here as well. So you can see, you can grab one of these benefits here. So I already have some of the benefits that I crawled from the site already here. So I found this on the site and basically just formatted it. So for this second description here, we can paste this. This is just another description that's more of about the company. So guided by their team, Code Ninjas Camps empowers kids coding, coder kid skills. So we can just take this keyword, coder kid skills. And you just want to make sure this is proper case as well, using the same formula. Okay. Just drag this down because remember, these are targeting the same keywords. So you can see guided by our team, Code Ninjas Camps empowers coder kid skills. So you want to make sure it makes sense and it has the keyword within there. Okay, and the third description version you can use. So here, I like to have like a stop version where it says the keyword, period, then some unique value propositions like gain new skills, have fun in our dojo, or learn with our team. And you can see that's on the landing page. Mhm. About page. Yep. So you can see all these value propositions. You basically put that in the description as well to have a different version that people might like. So in this case, we'll just grab this. So you just take this first keyword and you do coder, coder kid. Gain new skills. Gain new skills. Have fun in our dojo. Learn our team. And the most important thing is just having the keyword in the description. Obviously, making it grammatically correct and what's on the page is a double bonus. Okay. Want to make sure the lengths are all here too. So you're always dragging this down and make sure the formula is on the right one. Equal, equal length. So you can see the length of here. It's a little shorter. That's fine because we want to be able to use these down here. All right, great. And after adding all these keywords, if you see that these are shorter and you can add a call to action, you can do that too. But this is a fine range. Anything like 60 to 70 for short keywords is great. And then like another description we can put here. A version could be one of the benefits that were on like a different page that isn't on the landing page. So any of these would work. But you want to make sure that the keywords in there as well. So year round summer camp coding computers for kids programs. So this would be the keyword. Make the coder kid programs. So you can see that we have the keyword and all these descriptions, and this is going to really help your responsive search ad quality score. This, and I'm just highlighting where the keywords are in all of these. Description. All right, so you can see like we have each one of these in here in the description, and this is going to really help quality score. Not a lot of advertisers are doing this. They're focused on the headline, which is important, but the description is something that Google cares about as well, and you can really add more value to your ads. So that's it for this lesson. In the next lessons, I'll show how to copy the descriptions overs, copy these descriptions over, and get into the headlines as well.